Hey, it's Trisha. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing an impromptu chatty get ready with me makeup book tag. I am getting ready to do some filming with Hannah and Gabby, and I thought might as well use the time where I'm getting ready here to do a makeup tag because I've never done one before. And so that's why I've got this like weird setup. I've got some weird lighting going on. I do my makeup in my room. I've got like a full setup that I pull out every time I do my makeup. I am going to be doing the tag that was created by Sarah without an H. I like this one because it has it almost in the order that I kind of do my makeup. So I only have less than an hour to finish getting ready, and it takes me a long time to do my makeup already as it is. So hopefully I can get through this fairly quickly, especially considering I didn't prep for any of my answers. So we're going off the top of my head. So I don't see anything here. I'm going to do them in the kind of the order that I do my makeup, and I don't see anything here for moisturizer, but I use the Eucerin Daily Protect Moisturizer. It is a lightweight moisturizer and it's an SPF 30. I use this every day. I've already put that on, and then I also use a hemp chapstick right when I start getting ready. So that's kind of like my first starting out thing. And then the first question is actually out of order. So I'm going to do this in the order that I put on my makeup. So the first question that I'm going to do is for foundation. Pick your favorite first book in a series. For foundation, I use the Smashbox Studio Skin. This one is a really long wearing foundation. I like that it kind of builds a little bit. It's more on the lightweight to medium coverage, and I like that a lot. And I use a beauty blender. Mine's all dirty because I've been using it all week and I haven't washed it yet. And so my favorite first book in a series. And so I'm going to be a hot mess because I don't know if I'm using my beauty blender right. Like, I just went into the store and they told me that I should, you know, be using a beauty blender to get the type of coverage that I was looking for, and I really like it, but I don't know that I do this right. Okay, favorite first book in a series. What am I doing, Trisha? I can't pick just a favorite, so I'm gonna go with something that I think is a fantastic first book in a series, and that is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. You guys hear me talk about this book all the time on my channel because it came as such a happy surprise for me. I was in a place where I didn't like reading dystopian novels, and I don't really gravitate towards sci-fi, and so I really like it because it was dystopian without being over the top, and it was sci-fi, but it was more on the light end of sci-fi, which is really nice. So it wasn't overwhelming. If you have not read it, Sam from Thoughts on Tomes did a fantastic job of describing it in a very succinct way, and she described it as Hunger Games meets Game of Thrones thrown in space, which I think is a very, very apt description. Okay, so next one is concealer. I don't use concealer. I just like doing the foundation. So the question for that one is pick a character you wish you could get rid of. Oh. Okay, so a character that I wish I could get rid of. I mean, I understand that they serve a point in the story, but and this might be a pretty unpopular opinion, I would kind of like to get rid of Maul from the Grisha trilogy. And then the next thing that I do is a primer for my eyes. For what I'm doing for my makeup today, I'm not doing super heavy eyes. I have a couple of different eye primers that I use. The NYX glitter primer I use when I'm doing really glittery and like heavy makeup, but I have been trying out this Urban Decay. Oh, come on. There we go. I've been trying out this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion thing. It's a little sample that I got, so I do this next. And the question for primer is pick a book that left a lasting impression. I mean, there's lots of them, like Letters to the Lost, by Bridget Kemmerer. I am so sorry. I screwed that up. I know I did. I don't have it in front of me to read it. Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. That one, like, came out of left field. I was not expecting to love that as much as I did. It was so weird and creepy and beautiful. God, can I just tell you guys how I love my nails, but it's so hard to put my primer on my eyes with my nails like this. And I don't want to go and buy like a special brush just to put my eyeshadow primer on. Okay, so next I do my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I have a Smashbox palette that I use. It's the Shape Matters palette. It's all gross and dirty because I use it every day, but I love this one because it came with a pencil. I had never done my eyebrows before I got this, and it came with a brush here that I really like, and it has two eyeshadow or two eyebrow powders. I actually use both of them. I don't know how to do my eyebrows. I don't follow beauty gurus on YouTube, so I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but I use like the taupe on the inside and then I use the brown for the rest so that the inside isn't too, you know, heavy. Okay, so that is the eyebrows. The question for that one is a book that you think everyone should read. A book that everyone should read. I mean, it depends because I'm one of those people, when I worked in the bookstore, I just can't be one of those people that is like, oh my gosh, you should read this because it's so good, like everyone would love it. There are very few of those books that I can honestly say that I think everybody should read, because I think everybody's reading taste is so, you know, different that I feel like if there's something that I want them to know and like convey to them, that I can find a specific book to them, to their personality and their reading taste to get that message across. And the only one that I can really like super think of is 1984 by George Orwell. I think that that one is the perfect dystopian novel. I love that it was so ahead of its time and the messages that it has are still relevant today. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so yeah, back to 1984. I think that it, you know, has some really important messages in it. So I think that one would be one, especially since it's like, you know, futuristic without being, you know, over the top sci-fi. And it's literary fiction. Okay, so next I do my, I do like my contouring and bronzer and my blush. So I'm just, I guess, going to put that all in the blush category. For this, again, I don't know how to contour. I do a very basic version of it, but I use the Shape Matters palette. I use this color here for the contouring. I use this for the bronzer. And lately, for my blush, I have been using this little Tarte one. This one is called Party, and it's kind of a pinky, it's a little on the brown end of pink because I don't like being too pink, but I do all of this at once. The question for blush is pick a book that had some cringe-worthy romance. Is it Catherine and Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights? That was, I thought that was cringe-worthy because I didn't like it. I didn't think that they were good people and their romance just made me want to vomit. I don't understand why people like that as a like romance-esque book because they're garbage human beings. The romance between Dax and Androma from the Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I didn't buy that. That one was obnoxious to read. So, I mean, they're cringeworthy in their own ways. Okay, so next is my powder. I set everything with this Tarte powder. And the question for powder is pick your favorite last book in a series. I mean, I don't really know. Like, I love Harry Potter #7 because I love like the adventure in it and how everything came together and wrapped up and we got all of these answers. Like, I love that one as the last book in the series. There are books that I like haven't finished the series, so I can't like say for sure that it's my favorite, or like there are books where like I've read all the way to what has been published, but it's not technically the last in the series, because like I loved Before the Devil Breaks You, but it's not the last in the series. It's just the last to be published currently. So I guess by default, I'm going to go with Harry Potter #7. So next I'm going to do highlighter. I use the highlighter from the Shape Matters palette. I do this over top of my powder because I feel like my setting powder covers it and like diminishes it. And so the question for this one is pick a book that brightened your day. And I mean, Eliza and Her Monsters brightens my day because I love all like the fangirling and like the fandom references. But I mean, like, it's sad, but it still brightened my day. Does that count? Okay, so next is going to be eyeshadow. I don't really know what I'm doing with my eyeshadow today, so I'm just gonna look at my palettes as I go and just kind of make it up. I do know what lipstick I'm going to use, so that is going to dictate that I'm doing more of a neutral eye. I just don't know what colors ahead of time. So I start off with my base of this really light color here. You can see I use it all the time, and I use, you know, some of these to start off the base of what I'm doing. And so for eyeshadow, the question is pick a book that has your favorite colors on the cover. So my favorite color is purple. So let's see, a book that has my favorite colors, Guilty Pleasures by Laurel K. Hamilton. That one is purple. The Alcrate version of The Glass Spare is nice because the exclusive on that one has purple gemstones behind the text of the title, which I really liked that color purple. I really liked the cover of Zenith. I didn't, you know, like, I'm sure you guys know, I didn't care for the book. It wasn't like the best, but I really loved the cover on that one. Like, the blues and the purples were awesome. Because this question just covers eyeshadow, and I do like a ton of eyeshadow layering. I'm just going to kind of talk. So I'm using these three colors here. So I'm using this creamy white one to, you know, go on the top all over, and then this one to go up into my brow bone, and then this one was to do over my lid, just into the crease. It's not to cover my entire eyelid. And so I blend all of those together and build those up, and I just kind of make this up as I go. Okay, so I've got about like 20 minutes left. My eyeshadows are going to take longer than that, I think. Okay, so since I'm doing kind of a neutral eye, I have this Makeup Forever palette that I absolutely adore, and I love this color right here. It's this really pretty mauve kind of color. It looks like it's color M546. I don't know why they don't just put names on their colors, but I love this one, and so I'm gonna do this one today because it turns out really nice. So Gabby came up from Texas to visit Hannah, and I'm so excited. Can I just tell you guys, I absolutely adore Hannah and Gabby. I, you know, got the opportunity to meet Hannah at the bookstore that we both worked at, and, you know, got that she introduced me to the booktube community and, you know, got me involved here, and I got to meet Gabby through her, and I just adore them both so much. And I honestly, like, so you guys know I lost my job back in February, and I have been searching frantically for a new job, and that's why I've been able to read so much over the last 2 months, is because of, you know, having all this time where I'm sitting at home. And I honestly don't know what I would do if it wasn't, you know, for the fact that Hannah introduced me to booktube before I lost my job, because I would be a hot mess without this, and without being able to talk to people about books, and without having something to be passionate about while I've been unemployed. So I'm just so grateful for her, and for all of you guys who've subscribed. Like, it just makes me so happy that I get to do this all the time, and, you know, have something that I, you know, makes me feel good. So thank you all so much. I'm just gonna go on that rant. Let's see. So, okay, so I think I'm gonna go and do kind of some browning, brown sort of shades. So I have this ColourPop palette here. This one is called Double Entendre, and I'm going to use this one here. Like, it's this really shiny gold color to go over that taupe sort of color that I put on and over my eyelid, because it's a nice shimmer, but it doesn't cover up that like purpley tint that I got from that Makeup Forever. And then I'm going to do this one next for my crease. So while I'm doing this, I discovered ColourPop eyeshadows because of Allie from Hardback Hoarder. She talked about it being like one of those brands that she really likes, and I had never heard of it before, and I'm like pretty basic when it comes to makeup. Like, I use some of the popular stuff, like I like Kat Von D a lot, and Makeup Forever and Smashbox, but I'm not really good at jumping outside of the brands that I like, because I am scared that I'm not gonna like them, and then I've spent a ton of money on it. And so, you guys, can I just tell you how much I love ColourPop eyeshadows, and their whole line is so nice. I was scared to try them because they were online mostly, and I couldn't find anything in stores. And then all of a sudden Ulta started carrying ColourPop, and I got this makeup palette, the eyeshadow palette that I'm using currently. I got that to try it out, and I loved the colors so much, and I went back and I got another palette that I really adore. It's one that has been discontinued, I think. It's Element of Surprise. I use this one a whole lot as well. This makeup works so well. So if you guys are interested into makeup and want to, you know, discover something new, I highly, 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 highly recommend ColourPop, especially for the price point, because their little pot eyeshadows at Ulta are like $5, and that is such an amazing deal. These palettes here were only like $16 a piece, and it blew my mind how vibrant and fun these colors are, and how well the eyeshadow all works, and their lipsticks. Like, I just got one yesterday. It's what I'm going to wear today. It was like $6.50 for a liquid lipstick. Like, by the way, I'm not being paid to promote ColourPop, but oh my gosh, it is so good. The makeup is so good. And then from the Element of Surprise ColourPop, this one's so pretty. It's purple, guys. I'm going to be using this here. It's brown, but it's got a purple tint to it that I really like, to tie in that mauve sort of color that I put on as a base. And then to top off my eyeshadow, I use this black here from the Makeup Forever palette that I have, and I put that along my lash line also. Okay, so I think that is it for my eyeshadow. I like the way this looks. And let's see. So next I do my eyeliner, and I just use a, like the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus. I love that this one, you know, twists out. I don't like the regular pencil eyeliners. And the question for this one is pick a dark and mysterious book. Dark and mysterious book, maybe like The Shining by Stephen King. Also Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I wasn't sure that I was going to like that one initially, but I'm so glad that I powered through it and I did the audiobook on it, because that one was a surprise for me. I actually liked that one a whole lot. Okay, and then next is mascara, and I do the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is the non-waterproof. And then so for mascara, pick a long book. And let's see, I just finished A Court of Mist and Fury. That one was over 600 pages. That's a long book. I really liked that one. I liked it more than A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm really glad that I started reading this series because I'm really enjoying it. It's not the best written. I would like more diversity, but I knew that there was little diversity in that book going in, so I took it upon myself to ignore character descriptions for certain characters, and I have now given them my own version of what I think they should look like. Another long book that I absolutely loved was The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Oh my gosh, that one is so good. Like, if you like, you know, slow burn revenge stories, it is top notch. So good, and the characters in it are amazing. I love Edmond Dantes. I think that he is fantastically smart, and it's got just such a sweet love story in it also. Great friendships and adventure, like action-packed like adventure, which is super cool. Okay, so I take a long ass time doing my mascara. And I got mascara on my arm. Okay, so I am winding down here. I am basically done. I think I actually got all of these questions in, which is nice. So I just got this yesterday and I'm so excited to try it. It is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. So I'm going to do this off camera because my battery is about to die and I take forever doing this. So I'm going to do this off camera and then come back to answer the question. Okay, so I finished up with my lipstick. It was, I totally forgot the color on it. It is TD Up, which I'm sure is Tied Up. And I really like this. It went on so smoothly, and I love that this is more on the purple end than what I normally go for. So, lipstick, your favorite book kiss. And for this one, I don't really have a favorite. I've got some memorable ones that I really like, and that would be like Harry and Cho. That one was pretty memorable. I don't ship them, but pretty memorable. Also, the kiss that happens at the end of Leah on the Offbeat. I can't tell you who it is because of spoilers. While I still have my camera, I am going to show you all this finished look now that I'm done with the tag. Okay, so I changed out my battery and now have changed the lighting so that you can see the finished look on my makeup. It's not perfect, but it's fine. I don't care. I don't really know what I'm doing a lot of the time when I do makeup. I just kind of make stuff up as I go. So, it is now 11:30 and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do my hair. My hair is a hot mess. and I don't really have time to do it. So I might throw some just like basic product in it and then go. Yes, I was using my viewfinder as a mirror. So that is it for the makeup book tag / get ready with me that I didn't know that I was ever going to do on my channel. So that was kind of fun. A little bit of a hot mess all over the place. Let me know in the comments down below, you know, if you have read any of the books that I mentioned here. Also, if you have done this tag or, you know, do chatty get ready with me's, I love watching those because I, you know, listen to them when I do cleaning around the house and, you know, do some chores. So, you know, if you do those, let me know. And now is the perfect time, if you have not already done so, click that little subscribe button down below if you want to see more content from me in the future. And if you want to follow me elsewhere on the interwebs, I have all of my social media links in the description box down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!